Mark here. All right, I don't have a lot. This video is on the records that I picked up recently. Now, when I go to flea markets, this is probably a few weeks ago, I went to a flea market, and there's three things that I collect. There's music. As you can see, I have, some records and some CDs. Watches, like this one right here. I like this one because I do like music and I do like watches, and this watch is a Eco Drive by Citizen, but the dial on it looks like a record. So I don't think it's intentional to make it look like a record because it is solar powered, but in the right light you can almost see the grooves that you would see on a record. So I thought that's what's cool. And the third thing is pens. So I started, because I have these things, started making videos on the music, pens, and watches. So when I go to the flea markets, those are the three things I mainly look for. Of course, something else might catch my eye, but those are the three things I'm primarily looking for. And sometimes I'm more focused on one thing than another. For example, the records I'm about to show you, when I went there, I was looking for pens. That was my main goal. I said, I need to find more pens for my collection. Well, I came across somebody who had, one of those milk crate type things, 12 by 12 by whatever. He had about 30 or 40 records in there. And I didn't recognize anything. But I'm always open to new things, especially if it's at the right price. And most of it looked like metal and punk. So I said, how much are they? He said $5 each. So I picked out 5 records. And again, I didn't recognize any of the bands. I do like metal, I do like punk, but there are certain things that just do not appeal to me. Grunting, roaring out where you can't understand what the person's saying. I mean, even if somebody's speaking in, say for example, singing in a different language, German, French, Spanish, whatever, doesn't matter, I'm not going to understand what they're saying, but I can hear the words coming out of their mouth. When they roar at you or they grunt at you, that just doesn't do anything for me. So I crossed my fingers and took a chance, and I did make one mistake. I did screw up because he was asking $5 a piece. So I found 5 records, and I said, well, you take $20, because I didn't have that much. I was going there looking for pens. I think I may have $40 in cash. Pens, a lot of people don't know what they have, so you try to get those for $1 or $2 a piece. A lot of the records that you find at $1 or $2 a piece are usually Christmas albums or Bing Crosby, stuff like that, stuff that I really have no interest in. I mean, that doesn't mean you don't get good scores every once in a while, but still. So I thought, okay, I'll pick out 5 records, and I picked out 5 records. I got them for $20 a piece. So here's what I got. Plutocracy, Dank Daddies, and I think Phobia. So it's Dank Daddies, Phobia. I think I listened to it for a little bit, and then I was just trying to get an idea of what all this stuff was. So these were already in the sleeves, which is always a nice thing because I don't have to use my own sleeves. There was almost like a business card size thing that's written in a different language. Well, at the top is written in English. It says thrash, death, grind, hardcore, crossover, heavy, punk. And then looks like Spanish the rest of the way. And if it's a phone number at the bottom, it's definitely not from the United States. So that came with Plutocracy. I'll just set this over here right now. Next was Defeatist, Tyranny of Decay, and this one's still sealed, so obviously I haven't listened to this one yet, but you know, $5, okay, good for me. Got a still sealed album. I don't think anything that popped up on Discogs was really like, whoa, I just scored, man, I got a $1,000 album here. Now this one I thought was pretty decent. I did listen to this one for a good while. It's called Blind Wink, and on the back it says Tenement, and it came with this flyer in it. Aviac Presents. It looks like somebody may have gone to a show and picked this record up and put the flyer with it. Woo! So that's 3. Now we're about to see where I screwed up. I was just pulling stuff out at random. I wasn't paying attention like I should have. So what did I do? I bought 2 of the same thing. Now you can say, well, you didn't lose any money because they were selling for $5 each and you essentially got one free. Well, I ended up with a duplicate for free. So instead of getting 5 different records, I was stupid enough. It's kind of, you know, with all this stuff, I like I said, I never heard of the bands before, weren't familiar with them, and it's kind of, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, but in this instance, I had no other way to judge whether this was going to be good or not. So evidently, I kind of like the artwork, and so there it is. I got 2 of them, and this is Genocide Pact, Order of Torment. I don't remember which video it was. I think it was my favorite album covers, and most of it came down to red and orange album covers. So you can see right there, maybe, why I was attracted to this album cover. Let's see, so there's the backside with the record removed. This is on clear vinyl. I don't know if I checked both to see if they're both on clear vinyl or not. Let me put that over there. Grab the other one. Yep, both on clear vinyl. So that's Genocide Pact. Let me see what this is. I think the rest of them are just black vinyl. I don't think there's, yeah, black. Obviously I haven't put these in the inner sleeves yet. Like I said, they did come with the outer sleeves. Yeah, I think the other 2, I know obviously the first one's black because I showed that one, I think. No, you don't want to go in, so we'll set you aside for later. You know, this one obviously is not open, so I'm going to assume it's black, but that's Defeatist. And oh, there's something else in here. Oh, it looks like another flyer. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, I don't know. It says Plutocracy and Phobia. Recorded 7/24/93 at the Butt Cave, Santa Ana, California. Let's see. Chemical Fear, Sickening Discretion, World Devastation, Festering Instinct. That's on the Phobia side. I don't know if this is 2 different bands or... Well, there's something else here. Oh, special thanks, United Parcel Service, for Destroy W650 sleeves. Okay, that may have just been somebody who was selling sleeves, and I don't know what all that's about. So yeah, 5 albums. Well, 4, 1, 2 duplicate for $20. So yeah, like I said, not a huge score. Not a lot of good, wonderful, interesting stuff to show this video, but additions to my collection. And if you enjoyed the video, click like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye.